Reviewing NHL games of November 12th, 2018. Welcome. Let's get to the board. I think that was my pirate voice. I'm not sure. Okay, New York Rangers beat the Vancouver Canucks 2-1. There were no goals in the first. Vancouver got on the board first. Glodobin got his second of the year, assisted by Mott, and Hutton. Rangers then tied it up on the power play. Schittle? Chidle? I'll go with Chidle because it sounds better than Schittle. Schittle. He got his first of the season on the power play, assisted by Kreider and Pioink. I'm going with that. So it's tied going in the third, and this was late in the third. I believe this goal was scored or midway. I didn't catch this game because it was blacked out again on Rogers, the company in which I watch all my hockey. That's 2 games now, Vancouver Canucks games that have been blacked out. In any case, you don't care. Let's just finish this up here. So Howden from the Rangers gets his 4th of the season, assisted by Vesey and Fast. And that's it. That's the game. Rangers go 1 for 6 on the power play. Canucks go 0 for 4. They could have. I guess maybe they could have used Besser in this one. Lundqvist saves 25 of 26. He does a pretty good job. Markstrom does almost just as well, with saving 25 of 27. Rangers are now 9-7-2 with 20 points. What the is going on? Shut the front door. Wow, they were near the bottom. They were like, I think the only person who was below them in the standing was Detroit at one point. So, Rangers have rattled off a bunch have gone like 6-0-1, in the past 7 games. It's crazy. They're on this crazy winning streak. So, we'll see how long this lasts. Vancouver is now 10-7-2. With 22 points, still very respectable, especially considering where people, including Canuck fans, I think, thought they would be before the beginning of the season. Moving on, Carolina Hurricanes beat the Chicago Blackhawks 3-2 in overtime. Chicago opened the scoring. This game I saw pieces of. Chicago opens the scoring. Taves gets his 9th of the season, assisted by Hokiharu. I think it's close. And Kane. That's all in the first period. In the second period, Chicago goes ahead 2-0. DeBrincat gets his 9th of the season, assisted by Cahoon and Kampf. And then Carolina scores like 2 goals in 60 seconds. What? Blink and you'll miss it. Teravainen got his 4th of the season on the power play, assisted by Aho, who extends his adds to his mountain pile of points, and Ferland, who cleaned up the garbage in front of the net on the power play, his 9th of the season, assisted by Svechnikov. Now Svechnikov, soon after that, not long after that, was kind of hit behind by Seabrook, and didn't come back until I want to say it was like late in the third period. So it's good to see he didn't have a concussion or anything. There were no goals in the third period, and then in OT, Carolina gets the winner. Aho gets his 5th of the goal of the year, assisted by Falk and Svechnikov. So not only does he disappears almost for a whole period, but he comes back and he gets a point in the process. So that's a nice story. Chicago had no power plays, believe it or not. All of a sudden I'm starting to see more and more of these. Carolina was 1 for 2 on the power play. Both Cam Ward and Darling, this was kind of a goaltender duel. Both of them made some spectacular saves in this game. I mean, Ward stopped 37 of 40. You can't ask much more of your goaltender. Darling, who's starting to look better, stopped 33 of 35. Chicago's now 6-9-3 with 15 points. They continue to slide there, and Carolina's now 8-7-3, just getting past that 500 mark again with 19 points on the season. So they've stopped their losing streak. Next game up is the Columbus Blue Jackets beat the Dallas Stars 2-1. This is another. All these games are really close. All these games were like goaltending duos, which I assume this was too because of the score. But in any case, there were no goals in this game in the Columbus Blue Jacket Dallas game in the first period. In the second period, Columbus gets on the board first. Atkinson gets his 8th of the season on the power play, assisted by Jones. Seth Jones. Dallas answers back. Radulov, who just came back from an injury, gets his 6th of the season, assisted by Heiskanen and Ben. Ben had a fight with I want to say it was Anderson in this game, like two heavyweights, 2 big boys, 240 pounds ish, just going at it. Might want to take a look at that on social media. In the third period, Columbus gets the go-ahead goal, which is weird because Dallas spent most of the period was spent in the Columbus zone, with Dallas attacking. So Dubois gets this one on a kind of a chippy goal near in front of the net. Excuse me. Water hiccups. I swear to God, it's water. It's water. Dubois gets his 8th of the season. He's looking really good. Assisted by Atkinson and Murray. Columbus goes 1 for 3 on the power play. Dallas goes over 4. They're really missing. Oh my God, I forgot his name. The Dallas goaltender, the All-Star, Klinberg. Yes. Heiskanen's doing a good job and everything, but they're really missing Klinberg, especially that power play. He seems to be the one who might be driving that. Because they got 1 shot on net. On 4 power play opportunities, they got 1 shot. That's what the Columbus play-by-play guy said anyway, so I'll take his word for it. Bobrovsky's saved 26 of 27 shots. Hudobin saved 26 of 28. Again, both these goaltenders looked really good. Made a lot of great stops. Hudobin, as you may remember, was backup for the Boston Bruins last year. And the Bruins now have Halak as a backup, who is also doing really, playing really good goal right now. So Columbus is now 10-6-2 with 22 points. Dallas is now 9-7-2 with 20. Last game of the night, the Anaheim Ducks beat the Nashville Predators 2-1 in a shootout. This was, I saw all of this game. I saw bits of this game. I saw bits of this game, parts of this game. But I saw most of this one, at least the second and third period. And what a goaltending duel this was. A lot of spectacular saves. Not a lot of goals, obviously, but a lot of amazing saves in this game. Rene and Gibson were just fantastic. Probably maybe the number 1 and 2 goaltenders in the league right now. No goals in the first period. In the second period, Getzlaf pots his 4th of the season, assisted by Raquel and Lindholm. In the third period, Nashville ties it up. Fiala gets his 2nd of the season, assisted by Turris and Smith. No goals in overtime, obviously. And in the shootout, Turris scores for Nashville, and Aberg and Raquel score for Anaheim. Nashville went 0 for 7 on the power play. Now, Anaheim has a decent penalty kill, but Nashville just didn't look like they weren't great. They weren't their passes going from, they couldn't complete any east to west, west to east passes at all. Anaheim was just picking them all off. I know that's good stick work, but still, they weren't moving the puck fast enough. They didn't look confident on the power play at all. It's 0 for 7. And they're still, they're first in the league right now. And you have a power play like that. So, in any case, Anaheim goes 0 for 2 on the power play. Rene makes 28 of 29 stops. Gibson 34 of 35. Another thing important about this game is that this one was in Anaheim on the road, and Nashville was unbeaten so far this season on the road, and that's their first loss. Not regular season, not regular time loss, but it's their first loss, their shootout loss, first loss overall on the season so far. So. They're now 13-3-1 with 27 points, leading the league, and Anaheim's 8-8-3 with 19 points. They've stopped the bleeding there for now. Is that going to quell any coaching concerns, like Mr. Joel Quenneville or anything? I don't know if they can afford him, anyways. And really, because of their cap situation and how they aren't a big spending team, I'm not sure if any big trades are going to come either. We'll see what happens with them. In any case, that's it. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on today's games. Earlier today, I released a little bit some NHL news about some injuries. So a little bit about information about the World Cup that may or may not be coming. Something about concussion lawsuits as well that were settled. You'll find a link down below about that to my other video that I released earlier. And that's it. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. And if you have any hockey geek friends, don't feel shy about sharing. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.